Hello everyone, Paul here. Today I'm going to be revealing, if you've seen the last video, I kind of went through briefly kind of the formula that I do to create, this is with a chart pattern with using, it's using the regression channel and a paid indicator, Ghost Market Pro, and with the cloud, and using a special customizable chart there that I've customized with the indicators. Go back to watch that video to find it. But using that formula to kind of create passive income 4 different ways. Today I'm going to be explaining the first one of those methods, and that is Forex. Now, before I begin with Forex and to kind of explain how this strategy might help you, Forex is there's a statistic going around with Forex, and about 98% of people that do it, at least people that try to win like prop firm challenges, there's about 98% of people that fail. And in general, anybody that does Forex will usually blow their account. So it's very risky, but if you find yourself between that 1 to 2% of people that's successful, you can make a lot of money. And I think the strategy that I have, it helps a lot. And I'm going to kind of walk you guys through a formula, because the last 3 days before the market closed, I made some pretty good, I did demo, I practiced with demo, and the last 3 days I averaged a pretty good number. So I'm going to show you that proof, and I'm going to show you the formula, and I'm also going to give my opinion on how I think the average person should approach it when, dealing with Forex. Okay, so this is the setup, and I talked about it in the last video. This is how I do things. This is how I trade Forex. It's pretty simple. I'm not going to go into it, but watch my last video. It goes over really the strategy. What I basically want to teach you is this one strategy will work for 4 different methods. So today we're talking about Forex, and what I want to kind of do is go over my proof here and my results of what I've done. So if we go back here to the time, okay, so this was so it's the 6th, the 7th, and the 8th is when I made the gains here. So the 6th to the 8th, so the 6th to the 8th, I made about 30,000. So that was 3 days. So I should screenshot this. I think I did. But yeah, in 3 days I made 30,000, maybe almost close to 31,000. So let me show you what I did. I want to try and give you guys my journey, thought process, and the moves that I personally did. So what I did during those 3 days is I was focused on the 5-minute, and I was looking at the cloud here on Ghost Market Pro, and every time it shifted when it looked like it was shifting from down to up, I came in with the trade, and I did little scalps. So I did 500 here and there, and just scalp the day. But what I can see from looking at this chart, and after making the 30,000, I figured out a better strategy that I'm going to be testing in the future days here. But what I think is the better strategy here is to focus on the hour and make your entries every time the green line comes through the cloud on Ghost Market Pro. So every time you see it coming through the cloud, when it goes up through the cloud, you're going to be doing a buy order. When it goes down, you're going to be doing a sell. You see that works really well right here. You see that it's going through the cloud. Now, the cloud is what you got to look at, because if the cloud looks like it's a weak, don't do it. But if the cloud looks decent enough and it's going through the cloud, then that's a signal for me for a good trade. We see this happens all the time. We see it go through the cloud right here, and this would be profit. Right about here, if you entered right about here, right, where does it start? Right about here, and you rode this out, This would be, in 8 hours, this would be about 600 pips. So let's just see this again. It goes through the cloud right here. And then that's profit right here. So it's profit right here. If you ride this out. So that would be profit too. That would be some pretty huge profit. And then another thing to take note of is when the line is above the cloud, it's an uptrend. If you're looking at a longer time frame, if the green line is above the cloud, it's an uptrend. If it's below the cloud, it's a downtrend. So what you want to do is you want to get in at that moment when the green line is transitioning from down to up or up to down. So we see a small little moment right here. We'll go back, we'll look at a couple here. This green line is coming through. Now this would have been a short one. If you look at the cloud, it looks weaker. And another thing you should take note of is look at your dots. Because if you see more and more of these dots appearing, that means the market can't decide which way it's going. So the more closed in these dots are, the more of a sideways movement that it's going to be. So if you're in a trade and you see a lot of the dots, I would not do a trade. You want to do your trade when the dots are kind of farther out and separated. The farther out they are from each other, the better the chances. But more closed in and the more they appear, the more it's telling me the market can't make up its mind. It's going sideways for the most part. Let's look at it again. Now this is a good example here. You don't see the dots are not really all that together here. And you see it going through the cloud right here. So this would be a good spot to get in, is right here to here. So this is almost a 300 pip move right here. We see it going through the cloud right here. Right about here. And this is a good good move right here. This is anywhere here would be a good move. Let's just do this a couple more times, and you guys get the general idea. So goes to the cloud right here, and this would be just short one here, 2 hours. This would be 600, 700 pips. Now something like this, it has to go through the cloud. You have to make sure it's going through the cloud. No, this would have failed you if you did this. So if you based it off of going through the cloud, didn't quite go through the cloud, it faked you out, went the other way. You have to make sure it's going through the cloud. So let's do this a couple more times. Now over here you see it going through the cloud right about here. Now to me, these candles are the cloud is looking weak right here. So I personally wouldn't get in this because you see a lot of the dots, and that's what I was talking about. I'll do this a couple more times. You see it going through the cloud right here, so this would be a good entry. So if you came in right here, right around here, rode this out, you would have made some decent profit there. So you see it coming through the cloud right here. Now to me, from what I could tell, is it's going through the cloud, but the cloud looks like it's getting weaker. So personally, I probably wouldn't have done this one just by the weakness of the cloud. But it was actually a good trade, but I personally wouldn't do it because if you look at the green line going through the cloud, it looks like it's getting weaker. So I wouldn't be going. This wouldn't be a trade I personally would have done, but it would have worked, but I wouldn't have done it. It looked too weak. Let's do one more. Okay, so we see the green lines going through the cloud. Yeah, this one would have been alright, I guess. You would have gone sideways for a little while, but then you would have been in profit. So anyway, that's kind of the formula. You kind of see how it works. After doing this with my results here, when I did this on the 5-minute, and I was doing quick scalps. I was looking at the cloud. Let me show you what I was doing. It was on a 5-minute. It was on a 5-minute, and let's just go where, you can see it. So I was looking at the cloud, and I was seeing it getting weaker or stronger. I was looking at the strength of the cloud, and I was seeing it getting weaker or stronger, and that's when I would enter. And you could do that on the hour too, but that's how I made the profit. I looked at it on a shorter time frame. I looked at when the cloud was getting weaker, and I entered. That's how I made the profit. So like I said, I could show you guys this strategy. It works for me, but what works for me may not work for other people. This is not a guarantee that it's going to work for you guys. But it works for me. So if you want to do this strategy, if you want to do it for real, what I would suggest you guys do, if you want, is practice on a demo. Do what I do. Even when I'm trying to grow my own account, I'm always practicing on demo. I'm always practicing my strategies on a demo account, no matter what. I'm doing that, just doing that in my free time. I'm practicing on demo, because there will be a strategy that will work for you guys. But anyway, I would suggest, if you guys want to go down the Forex route and you want to use this as a stream of income, what I personally do is I would have two accounts. I would have a Satoshi base account and a USD base account, and I would work on growing them slowly. So that's for crypto. If you guys want to grow your Satoshi, you can do it with Satoshi. And if you guys want to do regular USD, do USD. It's up to you which one you want to do. But I'm trying to do both. And the other route is doing prop firm challenges and winning prop firm challenges. And I believe that this strategy will help actually win prop firm challenges. From the results that we've seen, it works well. But the statistic is there for prop firm challenges, because you have to make certain percentages with the prop firm challenge. And most people can't make those percentages, and most people end up failing prop firm challenges. But I do think that this strategy helps with that. But if you want to try and win a prop firm challenge, what I would suggest you guys do is, if you do win a prop firm challenge, do not depend your income on that prop firm challenge. So if you win a challenge and you have profit and passive income coming in through the prop firm, I would take the profit from that and put it into your own account and build your own account up over time. So this is how you create the first income stream that I was talking about with this strategy. It's through Forex. It's through building your own strategy here and building a USD-based account, a Satoshi-based account. And up to you guys if you want to do a prop firm challenge and win that. But if you can be successful with this, then you'll have an income stream. But it is the stats that is out there, and it's very hard to be consistent and win with Forex unless you find a strategy that works for you. Now, this is the strategy that works for me. It may not work for you guys. You guys can do this strategy if you want, but I'm not responsible for any profit or loss. It's just what works for me. So anyway, if you guys like this video, make sure you hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in future videos.